think practicing is always a good word because it's never something that you master. But um, I kind of started experimenting with it a little bit around like the end of 2015, and then just like little home stuff here and there. And then whenever like it was 2016, we took a trip to Nicaragua, and that was like my first yoga class was in Nicaragua in it was February, and so I think at the time I was 33, and I'm 39 now, so kind of got bit real heavy by it. It gave me a regimen to keep the physical vessel up. It's the only one that gets you through this life. You know, but mentally it did a lot more. Like mentally, the practice of yoga, the kind of this quieting of the fluctuation of the thoughts, processes, or the mind, whatever you want to call it, it kind of made me deal with things in a different way. I used to be a real hothead. I still can be a hothead and have a really bad temper about things. And so it kind of, in a way, kind of like put a lid on that temper a lot. It still can boil over. I can still let it go that way. But it kind of brings in a more mindful approach, and I can kind of put a lot of length between, you know, starting to get angry and upset to being like completely like calm. Like I can put a lot of space in between that, and some days I cover that space really quickly. So it's not a fail safe, but it definitely works. The cool thing about it to me is like you are absolutely who you are at
Sure.
all times. It's just you know the practice of yoga is just trying to connect with that self-improvement, that idea of self-improvement at all times. And if you're not working on yourself, you know what are you doing? you know it could be medicinal for people in many ways. I mean, I think people get very confused that they have to be flexible to do yoga. And yoga, in some aspects, yeah, it requires some flexibility, but really not. I kind of think like the flexibility that it does require is the mental flexibility to actually like say, even though I can't do a proper like forward fold or touch my toes, I'm going to go here and I'm going to be mentally flexible and try. That kind of works well for me. Like to say like it, to be willing to try, because yoga is meant for everybody, and I've said this before, it's meant for everybody and everybody. And so I think that there is some practice of yoga for everybody, and doing poses or you know trying to think about doing yoga on a yoga mat, that that's only one fraction of it. you know Yoga doesn't have to be this physical practice of asana and poses. Yoga can be, for some people like myself, it's playing with your kids, you know like going out in nature and being still and disconnecting from your phone can be yoga. It's not restricted to this image of people doing handstands and crow pose or warrior twos. It's a lot deeper than that. And so of course anybody can do yoga. And people that don't go to yoga class, that are artists, they're doing their yoga every day. People that wake up in the morning, eat breakfast, and like try to be a good person all day, that's yoga in and of itself. you know and so I think there's just there's more than one way to do it. This is just the way I chose to do it.